Yes, people. Good evening. And welcome back to another video. In today's stream, we're going to be discussing Liverpool contracts as it is close to January. And obviously, these players, as in Virgil van Dijk, Salah, and Trent, can all speak to clubs around Europe and potentially sign on agreement fees for the summer. So we're going to do a 10-15 minute chat speaking about the contracts, and let's get straight into it. So let's start off with the easy one, who I think will sign, in which will be Virgil van Dijk. VVD, will he sign 2-year deal? Close, apparently. The source, Football Insider, and many other reports have reported Virgil van Dijk is willing to sign a new contract with Liverpool despite rejecting internal offer. Obviously, we know David Ornstein did report this a couple of weeks back as well. Now it's had a bit more time. The reports are it's going to be a 200. It's going to be about a 2-year deal, and a pay rise of about 20 to 30k. Hopefully, Virgil van Dijk will sign the contract. I believe out the three, he's the biggest one to sign. I think Virgil van Dijk is the probably nailed one on to sign, because I have to think if Liverpool, is VVD slowing down? No. Yes, he's lost a yard or two a pace, but he's able to. I think that's the one thing with Virgil van Dijk. Since his injury, he's been able to adapt, and I think he's adapted well. I think it took him a year or two to properly adapt, but you saw it last season, you've seen it this season. He's the best centre back in the world, and he has been since 2017. Let's be quietly fair. For the past 7-8 years, he has been the best centre back. Barring he got injured. A 2-year deal. For me, look, I want him to sign the contract, of course, but I feel like a 2-year deal is quite cheap, if I'm being honest. I want to see him sign a 2-year. I think we should offer him. Let's actually Google this right now. Virgil van Dijk age. I think he's 33. He's 33, so he's 34 in July. I think we're going to have a similar Thiago Silva type, Sergio Ramos type, potentially, if he obviously doesn't pick up injuries. That's what I think. And then, yeah, big up, subscribe, big up, smash the likes. Virgil van Dijk will sign, don't worry. A lot of people are very relaxed on the Virgil van Dijk situation. To be honest, I'm the same. I am quite relaxed. Obviously, look, we don't know. There is reports that the deal is done, but obviously announcements and obviously finalising those little things, it's obviously not going to be announced just then. I think I made a prediction about a month ago. I think Virgil van Dijk's contract will be announced on Christmas Day. I think you're going to see a similar thing. You saw it when he signed his first ever contract Liverpool with the Christmas tree in the background back in 2017, late 2017, when he took that photo. The Christmas tree in the background. I think he's going to do a similar one, but that's going to say like 2027 or 2028 on it. For me, we should offer Virgil van Dijk a 2-year plus a 1-year extension, because let's just say in like a year, or fast forward a year, he's still the best centre back in the world. We've got that extra 1 year to give him that 1-year deal. I believe this will be his. Virgil van Dijk, I mean, he's 33. I think, could he retire at Liverpool? I mean, I think Virgil van Dijk can play at the highest of his game until about 36. Until I think you will start to see drop-offs, as you will. That's just my opinion. I think what will happen with Virg, he will either sign this 2-year deal, maybe a 1-year extension. Then he could potentially go back to Holland for another year, go to like an Ajax, a PSV, somewhere like that, and then does a year there and retires. I think that's where Virgil van Dijk. I don't think he's interested in the Saudi. I mean, I'm trying to think of big clubs that he would go to. Obviously, he's not going to go to a Premier League club. Maybe a Barcelona. I mean, Real Madrid I mean, he starts for Real Madrid. He's the best CB in the world, and they've obviously got injuries. You could say maybe Bayern Munich, anyone. I mean, Syria, like it, Inter Miami. Sorry, Inter Milan. I think they're the only clubs that could maybe take Virgil away from us. No in the Prem. PSG, no. Saudi, no. I genuinely think he's going to sign the 2-year deal plus a 1-year extension. And then I think he will go to Holland, back home. And I think he sails off into the sunset and does a year there, then retires. That's what I think. I think he will retire about 38, 39, Virgil. I mean, we could see maybe a Pepe situation where he's playing till 41. I mean, we don't know. I think it all just depends on how Virgil's body goes. Looking up for Virgil van Dijk, he's not really suffered with injuries in his career, barring obviously the big one in his ACL. And Virgil van Dijk is not one of those centre backs that relies on pace. You don't rely on pace, Virgil. As long as he's there mentally, his body can still somewhat do it. He adapts well, and that's why he's the best centre back in the world. But yeah, I think Virgil van Dijk does sign the contract. The big one, the second biggest one. I mean, we're going to come to a certain man after him, but will Salah sign 2-year deal close? Apparently. I mean, Mohamed Salah needs to sign. I mean, it's as simple as that. Like, let's not sugarcoat this. Name me a player in this position that is better than Mohamed Salah. Now, Sergio Aguero did come out today and said this. I don't know if anyone has seen this. He did come out and say, Sergio Aguero has come out and said this. As I understand, Salah has renewed his contract with Liverpool for 2 more seasons. I think this should clear all doubts about his future. He remains a key player, and a fresh contract is the best news for Liverpool could receive. I mean, now everyone's obviously going to talk about this. I mean, to be fair, it's been rumoured that a 2-year deal. And now, I said the same thing with Virgil van Dijk. I want to see Mohamed Salah sign a 2-year deal plus a 1-year. Because in like a year's time, we're going to be back in the same situation. So if in a year's time, Mohamed Salah is still doing what he is doing, we have that extra year to fall back on. That's what I think we should be doing. All of these players that we sign in contracts, add an extension. We've done it before in the past. I think for Salah, it's just about what he's worth. I believe, for me, Salah will sign the deal, 2-year deal. I think his wages are going to be interesting and the structure of the contract. And again, Mohamed Salah, he's the best right winger in the world right now. He's the best player in the Premier League this season. Why is he going to go to Saudi Arabia? He could have gone 2 years. He could have gone a year ago, and we could have sold him for £212 million, and Liverpool said no. 212 million. He could have gone to Saudi at 31. I mean, how old is Mohamed Salah? I think he's 32. If I'm not correct. Yeah, he's 32, so he's 33 in June. So if he was to sign a 2-year contract, he'll be 35 plus maybe a 1-year extension for 36. Maybe by that point, I think he goes to Saudi. I don't think a PSG tempts him with the way that club is now. I don't think a Real Madrid, maybe a Barcelona could tempt him. Like, I think outside of Liverpool, maybe a Barcelona could tempt Mohamed Salah. But the way that their system is going now with the young players like the Gamals and stuff like that, does he go to Barcelona? No, Mohamed Salah's already said if he was to leave Liverpool, he won't go. He won't join another Premier League club. I think he signs the 2-year contract and then goes to Saudi for a year or 2. But the thing is with Salah, right? Again, it's the same thing with Virgil van Dijk. Yes, he's lost a yard or 2 of pace, but the reason why Mohamed Salah is so good, he adapts and he improves. I believe this version of Mohamed Salah is better than the version that we signed him all those years ago, even back in 18, 19, 19, 20, because he's improved his all-round game. He's improved his all-round game. Like, for me, he's improved all around the game. Look at the assists. He's way more creative. He's so much more influential into the team. He's an icon and a figure right now for the players coming into the club, looking up to the likes of Mohamed Salah. It's not just what he does on a football pitch by scoring goals and getting assists. It's what he does off the pitch as well. And I think the only thing is the reason why this deal probably hasn't been done. I don't think it's about whether Mohamed Salah wants to stay or not. I don't think it's that whatsoever. I think it's just more down to the fact, give me what I'm worth. And what he is worth, for me, is about 400 bags a week. Whether he gets that is another question. I am really intrigued. Like, sorry, I'm just replying to a Twitter post that someone sent me on Messenger. But yeah, look, like I said, I'm hoping he signs. But yeah, Benny Sergio Aguero come out and said that. I mean, you believe or you don't really. But also, there was some news this morning. Mohamed Salah is close to ending speculation over his Liverpool future by signing a new deal. Mail Sport reports. Look, he has to sign, man. He's the best player at the football club, and he has been since he joined in 2017. The way you have to look at it with the Salah deal, right, is how much do we sell him for? How much do we sell him for? If he goes to Saudi Arabia, I believe we can get 100 million. I think we can get 100 million plus. You have to think how much of that is going to be reinvested back into buying another player. Highly unlikely that player is not going to be doing what Mohamed Salah does. So that automatically puts a tick to why he should sign. And there's not a player that does the figures and everything that he does for Liverpool in the world for me, in my opinion. I'm of the belief that Liverpool, if Salah was to go, we would have to go and sign two players, in my humble opinion, to replace his goals, his assists, and just what he does all around on the pitch. For me, obviously in the past, we've been linked with the likes of Jarrod Bowen. I think if Salah leaves, Liverpool go and sign Mbeumo tomorrow. And in my opinion, I want us to go and sign Alexander Isak. I think they're two players that can somewhat replicate what Mohamed Salah does in terms of getting goals and assists. Is absolute machine. I just don't think I just don't think he leaves. I think Virgil and Salah are Virgil from day one. I feel like the club has been very confident, and same Salah's now. I feel like at the start of the season, everyone was a bit, oh shit, Salah, probably might leave. Now people are becoming more confident that Mohamed Salah will sign the contract. I hope he does, man. 2-year deal close. Sign that contract, the Egyptian king, man. I mean, we're moving on to the big one now. Yeah, the big one. Will Trent sign? Quickly, they sell a 3-year deal. MMA. He deserves 500k. I agree, man. Give him what he wants, man. He's giving this football club way over enough. He could have gone to Real Madrid. He could have gone to Barcelona. He could have gone to Saudi. He could have gone to anywhere in the other world. If he wanted to stay at Liverpool, he wanted to. So Liverpool should be fortunate and give him what he wants. I believe he will sign 400k, maybe 375 a week. I don't think he'll stay on 350. No way. If he does, then wow, I'll be shocked. Then why has it took so long to get this done then? But yeah, Trent, will he sign? I think that's the big one. I think, to be honest, when the contract news just started to come out, I think people thought, yeah, Trent dead certain sign. I thought people thought Salah was the one that he might leave. Trent was the easy one to predict. Like, you thinking local lad, future captain of the football club. He's about to enter his peak years. He's only 26. You're thinking, why would he leave? Why would he leave? He wants to become the next Steven Gerrard for Liverpool. So why would he leave? Is it a case that he's done it all? Has he done everything at Liverpool? I mean, we've seen in interviews that saying, yeah, I've kind of have. Like, I've won all the trophies. I never thought I'd win these trophies. He has said he has technically captained Liverpool, but Surely he would want the aspirations of like doing what Steven Gerrard and everyone else couldn't do, is captain Liverpool to a Premier League title. A local lad captaining Liverpool to a Premier League title. That's not been done before. No one has done that. Henderson did it, but he's not a local lad. Surely Trent could have that on his CV. Trent Alexander-Arnold, local lad, won Liverpool the Premier League, Champions League. You saw Steven Gerrard what he did in the Champions League final. Like, I think there's just still many more stories with Trent at Liverpool, and I hope he does sign, man. I really hope he does. I think for me, it's not about what Trent. I don't think it's about him thinking I don't want to stay at Liverpool. I think it's about him, the wages, and the structure of the deal and what's going to happen in the future. And by all means, he deserves to know that, because he's about to put pen to paper to a new deal. Maybe he'll probably sign what? If he signs a contract, it'll be a 5-year contract. It will be a 5-year contract, right? He's 26. So we sign a 5-year contract. You have to think he's going to be on the same wages for that time. He needs to make sure for about that 5 years' time, I'm going to be going into my prime years here. I'm seeing Kai Havertz on like 300 bags a week around, and he's fucking crap. So if Trent's seeing players like that on that much money, he's going to be thinking, I deserve that. I'm the best right back in the world. He's got aspirations of winning Ballon d'Ors, like he said. So, and you know, can you win a Ballon d'Or at Liverpool? I mean, Michael Owen did. I mean, it's probably easier to win one at Real Madrid, because that's just how Real Madrid and Barcelona are. But I think the fact of the matter is, for Trent, is about the future years. What's the club going to look like, you know, on and off the pitch, and stuff like that. So I think he's in his own right to know that. I'd be intrigued. I think the wages he's reportedly wanting is 400k a week. I mean, he probably deserves that, to be honest. I mean, here's a tweet here. So Trent reportedly wants 350k a week, and Liverpool are only offering him 250k plus substantial bonuses, a 70k a week pay rise on his current contract deal. Do you think they should pay the extra 100k, or do you think 250k is enough? And he's being greedy. I don't think Trent Alexander-Arnold is being greedy. He's the best player in the world in his position. Most likely, the best players in the world in their position, get 400 to 500 bags a week. And that's a fact. Go and look at the likes of KDB. Go and look at the likes of the Haaland deals, the Mbappe deals, the Bellingham deals. Look at those deals. They're there. The best players in the world in those positions are getting paid massive amounts of money. Trent is on what? So if the club are offering him 250, he's on 180k a week. He's about to go into his prime years. He's going to be thinking, man, like Trent has said, he doesn't want any regrets. He doesn't want to look back on his career with no regrets. I'm not saying that's going to be the case if he says Liverpool or leaves Liverpool. I think maybe he wants to do a new challenge. I do think the big one for him is, what's the club going to look like in a couple of years? Are we going to be spending more money to try and win Premier League titles? Because I think Trent wants to win Premier Leagues. He wants to win these Champions Leagues. He spoke about that many times. He wants to win a Ballon d'Or. To win a Ballon d'Or, you have to go and win a Premier League, a Champions League, win something with your country as well. And more than likely, that's going to happen if he was to go to Real Madrid. And that's just a fact. Look at the previous winners of the Ballon d'Or. Most of them are coming from Real Madrid and Barcelona. That's as simple as why. And I think he probably thinks, if I go to Real Madrid, maybe win something with my country, you know, have an unreal season like he has been doing for a couple of years, La Liga and Champs in there, you know, you never know. So, and he's the best player in the world in his position. So, and I feel like with Trent, he has that self-belief and that mindset that he can do anything. So, I think Trent, it's all about legacy for him and stuff. So, I don't And obviously, money. Look, footballers want to be paid decent money. I'm not saying Trent just wants to stick on 180 grand a week and find out what's going to happen in a couple of years. I think he's also going to want the dough. If he's thinking, I'm in the top 3, top 4 Liverpool players. Salah's getting 350 plus. Virgil van Dijk 250 plus. Then you probably say Alisson's also in that bracket. I don't think he is being greedy. But obviously, Trent reportedly wants 350k. The club are looking to give him the 250k plus sustainable bonuses. I mean, I'm not being funny, right? I'm not being funny. So you're offering 250k plus sustainable bonuses. Just offer him the extra 100k. Just offer him the extra 100k. He's not like he's at the end of his fucking career and he wants a stupid amount of money. He's about to end his prime years. He's 26 for Christ's sakes. He's 26. I just think we'd be fucking this up if we let him leave. And especially on a free. If you go and sell Trent Alexander-Arnold in today's market, you're getting 100 million. You are. You simply are. For what he does on the pitch, the best player in the world in his position, he sells for 100 million. To let him leave on a free would be disgusting out of all three. I think Virgil van Dijk and Salah, it would hurt, but it wouldn't hurt as much as Trent leaving on a free, in my opinion. But I think a big one now, what people are talking about. What happens if they don't? I think Virgil, it's tough. I think quickly on Salah, I think Salah leaves, Liverpool have to go and sign 2-3 players. It's as simple as that. Darwin Núñez isn't going to do it. Cody Gakpo and Diaz, I mean, they can share numbers, but Darwin Núñez isn't going to do it, and Diego Jota's made a cheese. So we have to go and sign, I think Liverpool go and sign Mbeumo, and we have to go and sign someone else as well. Go and sign me Isak and Mbeumo. And I think over time they maybe together, plus with the other lot, could make up Salah numbers. But are Liverpool going to go and spend 160 million plus? Because Isak's costing you 90 to 100. Then you've got Mbeumo, he's having a good season. He's going to cost you 60 million now. So I think with Virgil van Dijk, there's a couple of options out there. Like I've seen people say they would want Bastoni. I think we need another centre back as well. For Trent, there's no footballer that does what he does. But I don't think it's about getting the next Trent. It's about making sure it's correctly. And I am concerned about the Trent one. If I'm honest, but I'm gonna do quick predictions. I think Virgil gets announced on Christmas Day. Salah. Could they do a double contract announcement? I think Virgil's announced on Christmas Day, like he was all those years ago, with the Christmas tree in the background. Clip it. And Virgil, I'm gonna go. No, sorry, not Virgil. Salah. A couple of weeks after, and Trent. I think the Trent one might go down to the wire. I think we'll know by the end of January if Trent Alexander-Arnold's going to be at the football club or not. Because I think by that point you have to start looking for replacements for him. You have to start preparing life without him. And plus, I think the fans and everyone else, we deserve to know if Trent is leaving by February the 1st. Because by then you would have had a whole month to speak to respected other clubs. And by that point, you've only got 3-4 months left on your contract. So I think we know within the next 6 weeks, we know who's staying and who's going. Salah and Virgil, I think, stay. Trent. I don't want to say. I just hope he signs that contract. But people, if you are going to be watching on playback, make sure you do smash that like, subscribe. Good 25-minute chat about the contracts. But yeah, right now we just need to enjoy these players, and hopefully it doesn't distract our season. And yeah, I think look, these players are ultimate professionals. I think they know in their own right it's not going to distract them. Like they're professionals when they enter that pitch. So I'm not too concerned, if I'm honest with you. But yeah, make sure you do smash the like, subscribe, and we'll be back tomorrow for Liverpool Southampton watch along an hour before kickoff. Up the Reds, Carabao Cup quarterfinals tomorrow. Win that. We're 3 games away from Arne Slot's first trophy at Liverpool. Take care.